نداء عاجلا بأن يلتزم الجميع بساعات حظر التجول والصور مباشرة ما زال الناس محتجون في الساحات. كيف يمكن مساعدة الجيش وعدم الالتزام
we provide a helping hand to the army? The army's key goal is to maintain security. Peaceful demonstrations is the lawful right of the people. The army is now focusing on protecting the public properties and installations and to protect the household. People also are required to defend themselves. The state of Egypt is in a state of collapse at the moment. And the key reason is that the president of the state, President Hosni Mubarak, is not heeding the call of the people. He is not willing to listen to the people. The people voiced their opinion. Question: do you mean that the recent appointments will not avail? Answer: no avail. It is a change of figures. We are seeking a change of regime. The Egyptian people is having one word. President Mubarak should step down. We should head towards a democratic state through a national salvage rescue government, free democratic elections. Any other attempts to circumvene or manipulate the people's demands will lead to more deterioration, and I hold the president responsible. It is not the responsibility of activists taken to the street. It is the absence of the proper response by the president, and he is the only one to take responsibility. Question: who is taking control and who is in command, president or the army? I am not aware who is in control now. I am not aware who is in command. Is it the presidency or the army? Presidency should be duly elected by the people, and so long as the president is still in place, it is time for him to step down. We are seeking a new regime, otherwise Egypt will collapse. The Egyptian people will collapse. The Egyptian institution will also collapse. I wish the President Mubarak to understand that he should step down today. A national salvage or rescue government be formed, otherwise the country will collapse. We are seeking parliamentary and democratic assurances, in the absence of which the security situation will continue to deteriorate. Demonstrations and rallies will also continue. The regime, the whole world should realize that the Egyptians have risen up. They are not going back home unless their demands are realized. Question: do you think this appointment is an intrigue? Answer: yes, it is. I personally respect both the figures, Omar Suleiman and Ahmed Tawfiq. However, it is not a personal issue. It is not a change of figures here. We are speaking of toppling the pharaonic dictatorship. Any other response will wreak havoc on the country and will burn the green and the wild. Question: practically speaking, speaking about burning the green and the wild, what's your opinion? Answer: I believe that we should head towards forming a national unity government from all the walks of life, from different affiliations, where the government will be representative of all the categories and fabric of the Egyptian society. New democratic constitution be ratified and be put to the people in a referendum. And we should get rid of the dictatorship in which we have been living for more than 50 years. We should stand among the developing countries. The Egyptian people have the right to have dignified life. Question: what are the points of strength still available with President Mubarak, which has kept him holding steadfast to the seat now? I am not aware. He has been waiting for 5 days to appear and address the people on television. It is an unprecedented state where the people rose up. He gave an empty speech yesterday, reiterating cliches, empty words. I don't think he has got the message. He hasn't understood what the people are calling for.
خاصة من قبل الولايات المتحدة
Question, how about the statements by the United States and other European states? Answer, I'm not satisfied with these statements. I believe these statements who are preaching democracy and social justice have either option to take the side of the people or the regime. We cannot have a middle ground here. These countries should recalculate their agendas. Change is coming, no doubt, and the Egyptian people will look at those countries from different perspectives according to their stances. Question, many say Egypt is a pivotal country at many levels, especially it has close proximity with Israel. Therefore, the outside forces cannot allow events to take any other course unless it is appealing to them. Answer, this is a humiliation to the Egyptian people. It is the people who will decide their destiny. It is the Egyptian people who will hand down their own policies. Now, we will have to hold the foreign policies, and then we start with the domestic, then look for outside to the Palestinian and Iraqi issues. The outside forces cannot determine the destiny of the people. It is us who will do so. When any person is speaking that we cannot allow to be a democratic country and people to self-rule, it is a humiliation for 85 million people. Question, many names are now being proposed to succeed President Mubarak. Ahmed Shafiq, who has been now appointed the head of the government, Omar Suleiman also. Many other names are being proposed, Samian and the chief of staff. Do you think that the presidency's office will not leave the military institution? Answer, that is another demand we are calling for. The presidential seat should leave the military institution. And we, once again, should get rid of the military rule. It is the same thing. We are going back to square one. We are even going back to the medieval ages. We should move to the civil rule. Even if a military person is proposed, he should run through the proper candidacy. What we are seeing now, that a security military is not the solution. The military solution is not acceptable. People will take to the streets, will continue to demonstrate, and will not go home unless justice is restored and democracy gained. Question, what do you see to the people who are taking to the streets? What do you tell them at this point of time under the curfew imposed? What's your message to them? Answer, I would like to send a message to the youth. I salute them. I greet them. They are the future of Egypt. I call on them to abide by the law, to defend the public property, government institutions. And I call on the regime and the president to step down today, not tomorrow. It is better for you. It is better for Egypt. I also address the Egyptian army. Your role is to defend and protect Egypt and the Egyptian people, not to direct your arms to the people. You should take the side of the people, not the side of the tyrants.